here. This is Hira. So in this video, and it's actually by request, a friend requested that I talk about burnout. And I think this is something that's very relatable to probably all people at different stages of their life. And I think everyone has experienced it to varying degrees. Maybe some people more than others. And even if you're not working, if you're like a mom, moms experience burnout, but I think that's a topic in of itself. But in general, I wanted to just talk about burnout and how, we respect things around us, we respect other people. People even love their cars and respect their cars. But we forget to respect ourselves and honor ourselves. And it's so interesting, we'll tell people, well, take it easy, or just rest, or do some yoga, or take a bubble bath or something, but we don't do it ourselves. It's really interesting. And it's just and it's to the point where sometimes we ourselves treat ourselves as crap. Yeah, we don't acknowledge all that we do, and then we push ourselves and we push ourselves and we push ourselves to the point that we feel awful, maybe even physically at times, or even mentally. Mentally, our body's just no, I can't do this anymore. I remember when my first job, I had this amazing coworker, and she would be when your body gets sick, it's just telling you that you just need to step back, take a break, maybe take a day off, or maybe just rest and let your body heal. And it's so true. My first job, I'm a scientist. I went to grad school for chemistry, and I'm a damn good scientist. I work a chemist, right? More specifically in the sciences, I do benchtop chemistry. I write recipes for materials. That's what I do. I'm a total nerd, and I love it. So my first job. So I would, where do I begin? Well, I'll just get to the burnout part, right? So I didn't work weekends or not, because I did that in grad school and it wasn't fun. But one of the worst burnouts I had was when I was pregnant. And it was a surprise pregnancy, but a happy surprise. But at the beginning of my pregnancy was great, and I was working at that time too, and it was great. It was peachy, blue skies and sunshine. And then as I progressed into my pregnancy, clouds started coming in. Blue skies were starting to go away, and by the end of my pregnancy, gray skies all the time, day and night, gray skies. Was it gloomy? And it's stressful too. And I pushed myself, and my body was tiring out. And I carried my baby, my daughter, out. So I was really big, and it was really uncomfortable. And I'm sure even if you carry the baby in, it's uncomfortable. I think it's just uncomfortable. I don't care how you want to describe it or how you want to carry the baby. But I had trouble sleeping. I couldn't sleep because I had this watermelon in me all the time, and I just couldn't. I couldn't sleep. And so and I was still working, and it just so happened I was working on my biggest project and my first job. For me, this was really exciting. So it was a $1.1 million project, and it was projected to grow to over $5 million over the next 5 years. So for me, it was oh, this is so cool. This is amazing. I'm an amazing chemist. I'm gonna knock this out. And I did. I did my material formulation. I did my material testing, and I blew the customer's expectations out of the water. My material, not only did it meet their expectations, it went above and beyond their expectations. And it was the only material solution that anyone had even offered them that would even pass phase 1 testing. So for me, this was really exciting. So I was really excited about work, and I was really good at it, and I was killing it. But at the same time, I was killing my body. I was burning out. I couldn't sleep at night, and then after 6 months of pregnancy, not being able to sleep started leading to the beginning of anxiety, right? Because I can't sleep, but my body needs to sleep. I can't sleep, my body's getting more tired. I can't sleep, and it's getting worse, and then now I'm in a state of, I was just perpetually tired. By the last trimester, I was tired day and night. I was tired at night, I was tired during the day, I was tired during the midday, and then I was tired at night, I was tired during the day, and I was tired during midday. It was just, oh my goodness, just thinking about it, it's hard, you know, like, and now I look back, I'm like, what did I do to myself? So, like, end of my last trimester, like, you know, I remember talking to my manager, I was like, I need to, like, work half days on Fridays, like, my body just was like, you need to do something, and I was starting to take initiative, but not enough, right? I was like, I'll work half days on Fridays, and then, sleep deprivation, being tired, being pregnant, working. And I didn't work a lot. Like, I did my 40 hours. When I work, I'm a beast at work. But that's it. Like, when I'm off work, I'm off work. You know, I also have a life outside of work. So, like, when I put in my 40 hours, I put in my 40 hours. And, like, I know my work ethic, and I know I'm a damn good scientist. So, and I told him, like, I can't work full days on Fridays. And then, you know, the pregnancy, like, last trimester progressed, I was like, I can't work on Fridays. And then last trimester is going, I can't come in the morning. So, like, I would go in the morning, but I wouldn't go at 8. Like, by the time I got to work, it was like 10 a.m. Mornings got really bad. You know, like, my body was giving me so many signs, like, you need to stop, you need to pull back, you need to pull back. But, you know, like, we're like, no, we can do this, I got this. And which is great, but your physical apparatus, please honor it. You know, like, lack of health is awful. You can be the best at whatever it is that you do in your life, but without, like, a healthy apparatus, I feel like there's such little joy in life, you know. Trust me, I've broken my back and I've been bedridden. Whew, do we need a healthy apparatus? You know, there's a lot to be grateful for when we have good health. And then, so I started going in, like, you know, around 9:30, 10 a.m. to work, and then I would work, and then I stopped working on Fridays, and that really helped me, you know, it really, really helped me. But then, my body was still tired. You know, your baby's still growing, you know? And then, like, I was going to my OBGYN, like, I would thank God, like, the baby was healthy. I was overall healthy, but, like, I just exhausted all the time. Then I remember by my last trimester, I started doing, like, acupuncture, because I was getting really, like, I just tired out, burnt out. Burnout has started, but I refused to accept it. I was like, no, I'm not burning out. I'm great. This is great. I got this. I can do this. My body can do this. And over there, I'm getting acupuncture done. Over there, I'm like, going on really long walks just to, like, de-stress. De-stress not just from, like, work, which was going really well, but, like, also from, like, putting so much pressure on my body, you know? There's so much in just breathing and thriving. You know, when we breathe, we relax. It's just, sometimes we just need to let our bodies do what they need to do. And then, the month before the last month of my pregnancy, I just worked from home. Like, I couldn't. Like, going to work was not gonna happen, you know? And then, like, now I look back, I should have just stopped working. I should, like, the month before, or a month and a half before my due date, I should have stopped working. And then, the baby came early, 3 weeks early, and thank God she was really healthy. I was fine, but I had a surprise pregnancy, and I had a surprise birth. So, like, that was it. Like, my body just couldn't do it. And then, you know, afterwards I talked to my coworker, and they were like, yeah, we didn't think you were going to make it. And I was like, oh my God, there were so many signs. Even other people knew, and I wasn't listening. You know, like, and I remember even my acupuncture doctor, she was trying to tell me, like, you gotta stop working. you just need to stop. You just need to take it easy. And it's okay. Well, you know, work will be there when you get back. The world will be there when you get back. It's one of the things I've learned from working, not just from my pregnancy or my burnout, but, like, just from, like, life. It's always there when you're back. It's okay to just step back mentally and just honor yourself, and to be like, you know what, I need to take care of my own mental health and my physical health right now. Maybe your mental health is great. Maybe it's your physical health that needs a break. Then step back and step back. And, you know, I feel like sometimes we're like, you know, these football workouts. My brother was in football in high school, and, like, they push themselves to, like, breaking point, right? I think it's breaking point. Maybe they don't. And we don't need to do that in life. Like, I think we need to prioritize our own joy and our own well-being and our own peace of mind and our own, like, physical apparatus more than we prioritize work. I know this might sound radical to people. People are like, well, I have to work. Yeah, you do. But what's more important? Like, what are our priorities here? Maybe we need to switch jobs, right? Maybe we need to take a break from maybe some extracurricular activities, right? It's okay if your kid doesn't do gymnastics for 2 or 3 months. They can get back into it, you know? There is no loss, right? We think that when we step back or we take time out for ourselves, or if we take time out to do like a 20-minute yoga session, that other things aren't getting done. But your life is right here in the now. What's getting done right now? What's getting done? What are you doing when you take time out for yourself? And if you're so busy you don't have time, I get it, then you can at least put an alarm on your phone on the hour, and every hour it rings, you're like, oh, this is my deep breath alarm. I do this. And my daughter, when I first started doing this, my daughter was like, what is that? And I was like, it's our deep breath alarm. You know, like, you just put it on in the hour, and then you just recalibrate. You're like, oh, like, I'm getting too caught up into work, into like whatever it is. So then you just step back and you're like, no, I need to prioritize myself. And if other people don't approve, fuck it. Doesn't matter. It's not, your life isn't about the approval of others, including your parents and your workplace. You know, you dictate your life. We give so much of our own control, right, of our own well-being out into the world, and we forget that we have our own inner guidance systems, that we need to take care of our body. We need to prioritize ourselves. Yeah, to the point that you are selfishly like taking care of yourself. And yeah, there might be a lot of people that don't approve of it, but you know what? When they see how joyful you are, how much clarity you have, how efficient you are, how good you are in all your relationships, they'll ask you for your secret. And it is like, what is your good health worth, you know? Like, what is your clarity worth, your efficiency worth, your own just overall well-being? Like, what is it worth, you know? And you need to like define that for yourself individually, and you need to take, I'm not saying make radical changes, just take small steps towards it and see what happens. Relief is absolutely delicious. It is so delicious. It's like drinking cold water in the middle of the desert. It is delicious. So like, just move towards relief. Move towards relief. What gives you relief? Maybe it's just petting your cat. My friend sends me pictures of her cat. I love it. I show pictures to my mom. I show them to my daughter, who wants to become their adoptive parents now. You know, it's awesome. My daughter's nickname is Momo, and one of the cat pictures I have, like, the cat's nickname is Momo too, and Momo loves it. So like, you know, like whatever it is, like, you know, move towards relief until that relief just washes over you, and then that will give you new clarity in your life. You'll be even better at what you do. It's so amazing. So I really hope that this video helps you, and if you have any requests, let me know, and I hope that all is well. Namaste.